Greetings and welcome to Spiritual Magic Journey. Guys, today I wanted to talk to you about March's full moon. It has many names. We're going to talk about the worm moon and the storm moon. Now, as the saying goes, March rolls in like a lion, and if you're really lucky, it might go out like a lamb. It's the time of the storm moon, the month when spring finally arrives, around the time of the equinox, as we see new life begin to spring forth. As the wheel of the year turns once more, heavy rains and gray skies abound. The earth is being showered with life-giving water. It needs to have fertile and healthy growing season. This is a time of equal parts of light and darkness, and so a time of balance. Now, I'm going to give you two, depending on whether you are planting your herbal garden, you're planting your plants, you're starting to plant stuff, and you begin the fertility. Sitting on my printer. The fertility part, or whether you're cleansing out stuff or letting things go. This is a good time to either start something or really to let go of something. And depending on where you live, this moon may be called the crow moon, the crust moon, the sap moon, the sugar moon, the chass moon. The Old English Anglo-Saxon name is Lenten moon, and the worm moon or the storm moon. So let's talk about storm moon magic. Use this month for magical workings related to birth and growth. Rebirth and regrowth. New life is blooming. We see that all around us. During this phase of the moon, and it is prosperity and fertility. As it is prosperity and fertility. Here are some good things you can do this month to plan accordingly. Begin planning your magical herb garden for this year. What you would like to grow. Consider whether you want to specifically grow medicinal or healing herbs, or if you are going to go for a variety of magical purposes in your herb garden. Are you thinking about making a change in your career? Now is the time to tidy up that resume and get it up to date. Start researching the companies you'd really like to work for and figure out what you need to do to make this happen. Make phone calls, networks, and applications, and take control of reinventing your career. Now is the time. Got a storm rolling in? Place a jar outside so you can gather some rain water for your rituals and your spells. Bonus magical points if it is collected during a lightning storm. So if you can get the water during a lightning storm, bonus points for you. Spring tends to be a time of year to begin thinking about going back to school in the fall, partly because many colleges and universities, this is a season when acceptances are finalized. If you're thinking about continuing your education, get those admissions forms completed. If you've ever thought about changing your life, haven't we all? Especially by making big changes. Now is the time to plant those seeds for those efforts. So, place your magical tools outside for cleansing during the storm moon. If you got crystals, you want to charge them, cleanse them, reactivate them, anything you want to do, place it outside under that full moon, which has many names. The worm moon in March. Now we're going to talk about a little about the worm moon in March. And it is the last full moon before the equinox, around March the 20th. The vernal equinox marks the end of winter and the start of spring. And the full moon is named after the earthworms that emerge at this time of year. Did you guys ever dig when you were kids in the earth and dig up earthworms for fishing, or just dig them up for fun? Because I did that. We would dig in the ground and dig up worms. But anyways, there are more than 6,000 earthworm species worldwide. In the US and Canada, there are more than 180 species, and 60 of these are invasive, brought over from Europe, including the night crawler. The glaciers that span across Canada into northern parts of the US during the last ice age wiped out earthworms. All types of earthworms found in these areas today have been imported either intentionally by settlers or accidentally, along with plants or in soils used as ballast in ships. In fact, the native forests in the areas do not benefit from earthworms, as they eat up the deep layer of slowly decomposing leaves and organic matter covering the soil, known as duff, which is crucial to young trees. Remember, as this is the last full moon before the spring equinox on March 20th of 2018 is an ideal time to cleanse and charge your witch's tools before Ostara. Now here's something you can do. This is like a ritual bath. On the night of the full moon, you can take a bath with a special mix of cleansing herbs. Search, do a Google search, get you some cleansing herbs, and meditate on the theme while you're doing your spiritual bath. Meditate on the theme of spiritual cleansing and purification. And then later, doing your ritual or your spells or whatever you're doing, spell casting or your work or your magic, you will write down any negative thoughts that you've been feeling and fold them inside a black or blue envelope. And then I want you to burn them safely at your altar or in a bowl or some kind of heat protective safe place. So there you go, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Just wanted to share a little information about the full moon in March. Love you guys. Namaste.